What's up? Jyles here from Jyles FBA. Welcome back to another podcast. Today we're going to touch on some Amazon stuff along with some random other market updates, reselling updates, all that fun stuff. Michael, what's up, dude?
What's up? How you doing?
Good. Michael, do you want to kind of get into how Amazon's been for the past few months? It's coming up on the end of Q1, which is usually way slower compared to Q4.
Right.
So if you just want to touch on any of that stuff, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not December, but Amazon's still pumping. I personally had a ton of stale inventory roll over from 2023, like 40K in inventory, so I'm still working on liquidating that. Margins are down because of it. But other than that, I still hit in February, obviously ending today, but a 50K month with a 10% net margin. For me, again, way down because of liquidating stale inventory, but I can't complain. Just finished 2 of my online classes, so I'm halfway done with school technically this semester, and should be able to pump out a lot more.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I just recently shared to the group, which if you haven't checked out, check it out down below, Jyles FBA. Anyways, I saw a tweet earlier this week of this guy, I forget who it was, but he posted how he's taking his Rakuten payments to Amex points rather than just straight PayPal or check, I guess. So I thought that was interesting. I just switched mine to go to Amex points, and I think you might be too for travel. The big thing about this, the big thing about this is once you get Amex points, you can transfer them to airline companies and hotels, and you can like leverage and get a good bang for your buck when you go to travel. Not for a business expense. Obviously, if you're going to do something for a business expense, I think it's probably better to pay cash and then write it off. I guess it just kind of depends how you run your business, but I think it would probably be better that way. But for family trips, taking your girl on a trip or something like that, then having tons of Amex points and transferring them over to airlines and hotels, it's huge. So I'm definitely going to be running up Rakuten, even though I prefer Top Cash 9 out of 10 times. But it'll definitely be nice to actually rack up Amex points since I use the Plum, which is cash back rather than points. So I don't get too many Amex points on my Amex Gold personal card. I know some people use the Gold or the Platinum as their business cards, and that's how they buy inventory. Then they rack up points that way. I personally do the cash back, which is 1.5%. I think it's a pretty good FBA card. So,
yeah. I know I've got the Plum too, but when I move this summer, our joint like grocery card for my girlfriend and I is going to be the Amex Gold. 4 times points on groceries, and definitely will be doing Rakuten Amex points then. But for now, I'm definitely going to stick with cash just because I don't have any cards to leverage those points yet.
Makes sense.
Definitely actually going to get I was talking to Casey, going to get the Chase Sapphire. Yep.
Yeah.
For
card.
I mean, kind of like not cash out groups, but I know that's what he does personally is rack up points on like break even products and just gets free travel, free food, or not free food, but free travel, free hotels, housing, stuff like that. So I'm definitely
which is insane if you think about like Casey. I obviously don't know like the ins and outs of his business, but he does a lot of cash out stuff. So whether it's like Apple products, I'm assuming he leans towards Apple products, just electronics in general, maybe laptops, maybe
right.
I doubt they're doing PS5s and Xboxes anymore. But if you can buy 500K worth of PS5s and Xboxes and put it on your credit card, and then get cashed out for 500K and break even or even make 1-3% on just selling it, and then you get all those points. Like, dude, that's a hack right there.
So at 1 point per dollar spent, right? usually, and Forex
Yes,
on cards like that.
right. And then when you transfer is when you really get your bang for your buck, because that's kind of how you can leverage. Like I just watched some sort of course on it. Basically, you can transfer, and you want to get at least 2 cents per point out of your Amex points. Sometimes they'll offer you 3, 5, and 8 cents. You said even up to 10 cents per point, which is insane. But you can travel business class, first class for free just by racking up those points and kind of using them to your advantage. So,
Right.
so yeah, that's
I know, I love traveling. Definitely have a lot of places to write off on the bucket list, and using a business card or a travel card for business is going to be a great way to do that.
Well, you're going to where are you going in the next few weeks?
Cancun in 10 days.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. And I don't know if you kind of want to get into all that. I've never been to Cancun. I bet you it's
Not me either.
awesome.
I know your friends have, though.
Right.
But
yeah, they have.
that's kind of like our
It's
inspo.
crazy.
Yeah, we got an all-inclusive resort, 5 days, 4 nights, flights, and travel to and from the airport for it was sub $2,000 with cash back, but just a hair over $2,000 for 2 people. You know, stupid
Not bad at all.
stupid inexpensive for most resorts, especially to be all-inclusive.
And that's on spring break too. So you would think
Yeah.
that the rates would be way higher because they don't have enough rooms available. More people are flying down there. Like you'd think they'd be insane. And you hadn't booked this like 6 months out. Like you just
Oh no,
booked this too,
I
right?
booked it like December. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was in the
feel
winter.
like that's so cheap. Like that's so cheap. I feel like.
Yeah, and the flights were actually, we paid $550 for nonstop. It's like a 3.5 hour flight,
Yeah,
but we could have saved another $150 a person by going layover. Again, that was like 8 hours, and I was like, yeah, I'll pay an extra $100 to save 5 hours of my time. But
yeah, dude. Layovers are
terrible.
Suck. They suck.
I mean, I don't know. I know we value our time more than a lot of people over money, so that extra $100 was like a no-brainer.
Right, which layovers make sense if you work a 9 to 5 and you get your vacation days and you're off. Let's say you take a vacation week and you don't have to stress about work or running a business or like anything like that. You can just chill and read a book in the airport lounge or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can lay over and be fine. Like I know a ton of people who rather save that $100, $150 a person and have a layover for their flight just because
Right.
they don't mind sitting there and like relaxing in the airport, relaxing on the airplane, which is I personally am not a huge fan of like airports, like or not airports, but just like airplanes in general, just because it's so tight.
Yeah.
I'm not that big. Like I'm 6'2", 215, but like I don't know. It's just not
Yeah,
ideal
we had
for me.
one bad experience traveling with my family as a kid where we had to sleep on the airport floor, and we all like got bronchitis by the next day. So it was a very bad experience, and I don't want to spend any more time in an airport than I absolutely have to.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, they give us travel kits with mini toothbrushes and a sleeping mat. We slept on the floor.
That's
Disgusting.
interesting. Now, I as I was going through that credit card course, they were talking about how a lot of credit cards have like say you book your flight on your credit card and say you are delayed up to let's say 4 hours, you can get like $500 in reimbursements back through the credit card,
Jeez.
which is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I never knew that. Which obviously it depends on your card, depends on who it is, if it's Amex or Cap One or Chase or whoever. Like you obviously have to check that stuff. But also like for rentals, they have like you know how a lot of actually I don't know. I've never rented a car because you usually have to be 25. So I'm assuming you've never rented a car either when you go places. But they have renter's insurance. So a lot of these car companies will try to upcharge you with renter's insurance. And if you book all through the card, then they'll cover you up to like a certain amount. And obviously, like they have like some restrictions on the type of cars that this like takes place, I guess, into. But yeah, I don't know, something cool to look into that I never knew about until a few days ago with the airport like delayed and the car insurance.
Yeah, I would
Something to look at.
compare those. I would compare that renter's insurance with like our expedited shipping. Like it's a scam 90% of the time. It's not okay. I don't want to say it's a scam, but majority of people don't need it, and it's just checking a box to make more money.
Right.
And like
it
the insurance
works
company.
a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's kind of get away from the travel stuff. Anyways, I brought some PC cards that came into the mail today. So
Tigers?
sports cards. Let's start with no Tiger. So I PC Tiger and I PC like boxing. I guess I don't have too much boxing, but like Mike Tyson. And then I just recently started picking up more Miles McBride, which is a West Virginia guy. So this is the first card I got. It's Muhammad Ali.
Sweet.
It's from
Is that a manga?
No, it's from 1979.
It looks like a 1979 manga.
Dude, tell me it's not the sickest card you ever seen.
It is. It is.
Just the back.
I love those.
I saw this card. I'm like, dude, this is sick. I'm like, this has to be at least a few $15. Yes, I got this card for $15. Granted, in a PSA 10, they do $350, $400. So it's a premium and a good grade. And 9s do probably 50, 60, 70-ish bucks. But yeah, I got that for $15. I'm like, dude, that card's awesome. Like I didn't care what the price was gonna be. I was gonna buy it. I'm not even like a big Muhammad Ali like fan, but like it's insane. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee is the graphics. Like, dude, that's so sick.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's one card that I got, and I got that card for $15. So shout out to whoever sold it to me on Twitter. And then I got a Miles McBride National Treasures Emerald out of 5. Rookie patch auto. Sick patch, which I don't think it's game worn. Yeah, it's not game worn, which kind of sucks, but still sick. I sniped this on eBay for $335, I want to say. And recently, out of 49 National Treasures, did $445, $450 maybe.
Some solid price.
So yeah, it was a good snipe. The one that did, so funny story about the one that did $445, $450, the out of 49. I was talking to the guy on Discord about it, and I offered $300 to start, and he was at $450. He was at $450. I offered him $300. Like, come on, it's my PC. The patch was sicker than this, by the way. It was better patch than that. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, $300, and he comes down to like $380, and I'm like, okay, $350. I'm like, I'm not going higher than $350. And he said $365. I'm like, oh my god, am I really gonna spend $365 on a Miles McBride card? And then a few seconds later, he goes, "Oh, just sold it on eBay for $450. Sorry, bud." I'm like, okay, whatever.
He's gonna net $365.
Right,
but
right. And he's gonna get a $10.99 from eBay. But yeah. I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, whatever. So the next day, this thing came up on auction. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna snipe this thing. So I got it for $330, I think it was the final bid, and my max price was like $800. Like, I was not gonna let this thing go.
Oh my.
But one sold for, I believe, $875 in like maybe a year ago, of the same emerald. It wasn't the same numbered, but it was the same National Treasures emerald card. So I'm like, this card has to be close to like $600-700 in my mind. Obviously, I mean, I'm not going to sell it. That's going to be the staple of my Miles McBride PC. But yeah, that's a cool card. That's my first NC of Miles McBride. I have a bunch of like cheap cards of them, from $1 to probably like $50. I have tons of autos. auto patches, all that good stuff. So, and then the last one that came in today, which is, I don't know, might be my favorite, might not be, is a Mike Tyson on-card autograph. So if you know
Just
about Mike
authenticated?
Tyson, yep, it's just a Beckett authenticated slab. This is a 2017 Leaf. So Leaf recently, or maybe not recently, but Mike does a lot of his autos, sticker autos, and I brought this to be an example. You can see he signs off the sticker, meaning whenever he's signing these, they bring him just like a piece of paper. It has a bunch of stickers on them, and he always signs it off the sticker. Not on purpose, that's just like what he does. Like you see how big his auto is. Like that's not
Right.
fitting on a sticker. So it's actually super cool to get a Mike Tyson on-card autograph. And I got this for $100, which is awesome. So yeah, and then I got this card the other day as well, which this is the sticker, and it's kind of like it's not like a real picture of him. It's like, I don't know. It's sick. I like it. I got this for, I think, $70 from a guy in Jyles FBA, which is cool.
It looks like an AI insert auto.
Yeah. It's called Leaf Imagined, and it's out of 111. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Strange number, but it's sweet.
Yeah, it's sick. I love all those three cards. And for those of you who don't know what, and it's true that it's audio only. That kind of sucks for you because you missed all these cards, but hopefully we explained it well enough. But yeah, PC is personal collection. These are cards that ideally I'm never gonna sell unless I somehow become homeless on the side of the street, and then I'll probably sell them. But
I'll pull out what I have currently. We got 2 Wemby bases.
Oh yeah, I want to hit on the Wemby bases. I actually just bought 4 Wemby bases the other day for $325, so $75 a piece. And they are selling on eBay
already doing $100
all day for $100. And they're Wemby Prism bases, meaning basically the most common card you can get out of Prism of Wemby is the Wemby Prism base, and they're going for $100 a card, which is unreal.
Right.
Wemby's market is 12%.
Going about $200 a piece.
Yeah, that's
when I pulled them. They were doing 130, 120. That was a week and a half ago.
Yeah, which is insane. That
and then
usually what happens is a new product will come out like Prism, and guys like Michael will rip because they're degens, and
literally
pull those cards.
I get bored.
They want to be first to the market, so they'll post, and usually the price just slowly goes down for about a month, and then after a month it usually settles. Well, what we've seen here is the price slowly go down, and then it just spikes back up because Wemby is playing well. He's been playing well all season though, so it doesn't really make a ton of sense. It's rare.
People I talked to a guy who ripped 10, 15 blasters. I think I sold him. I forget what I sold him, but yeah, either way, he ripped like 10 or 15 blasters and got like maybe 1 base. I could try and find our chat, but yeah, it was ridiculous. And my first 9, I think I just ripped 9 off the start. I got 1 green and 2 bases. And so that covered, like, these 3 cards alone. It's worth $400 raw. And I'm going to probably value express these to PSA.
Ooh, I saw an email today, Michael, that's going to help you. That you held
PSA special?
Yeah, so the value used to be $40 a card. They dropped it to $25. So
no way!
All right, these are fire.
Gotta get these to a big old Trev, and then I have my Arch Manning at a 250 that I've never sold because, like you said, market just went.
Are you gonna make money on that or no?
I paid like 50 for it, maybe.
Oh really? What's the market on
it? Maybe like 70. I think 20 was shipping. Actually, it was ridiculous.
Oh wow.
I think they're doing a little under 100. But I got 9 out of 250, which not a terrible
No.
I know they don't matter unless it's jersey match, but it's still cool.
Right. I know those cards went crazy out the gate.
Yeah,
One of Arch's like cards went up for a charity auction and it did tens of thousands of dollars, and the guy's a third string quarterback just because of his last name, which makes sense. I mean, look at Bronny's cards. I mean, Bronny isn't an elite college player by any means, but his cards still sell because his last name's James.
Raw did 100, Raw did 125, 9 did 100, 10 did 200, and a 10 did 150 most recently. Or no, that's not a 10. Yeah, it is. Never mind. And then my last card I have is this junior who...
Oh, yeah, which you gemmed, right?
Maybe. Yeah. It was a $210 card. Was trying to sell it for like as low as $350 at one point. And never really cared to move it too much, but I'm pretty sure the last one just did $475.
Holy.
So... We're going to find out real quick.
Spring training did just start, right? So
right.
I guess baseball hype is kind of picking up. And I saw a card the other day on Twitter. This guy, I forget the player, he hit a home run in spring trading. And the card before the game sold for $70. The card after the game, $175. So
makes sense.
If you're getting into like baseball prospecting, baseball, I don't know, just like people that you think could be good, and like the first game they hit a bomb, list it high. eBay, people are going to be searching on eBay, blah blah blah, trying to get this guy before the real season starts. I personally don't do too much baseball, but I need to get into it more. There's just so much prospecting that goes along with it. It's unreal. But I can definitely grab guys that are already well known, like Ohtani, for example. Like Ohtani is one of the guys that I definitely do buy, and sells incredibly well. So Ohtani is a baseball guy that you can't go wrong with in the hobby. But yeah, that's
the last sales were 440, 445. So, I mean, a double up. I've held it for 4 or 5 months now, but again, I don't care. It was $200 and 100% ROI within 4 months is better than any. Well, okay, maybe Bitcoin with the exception of that, but
I was going to say, transitioning into crypto
markets. Yeah.
I have down right here Bitcoin and ETH specifically. Speaking of 100% ROI, ETH is up 106% in the past year, which is crazy.
From what, Bitcoin like 2 to 5K?
ETH right now is sitting at 3.4 thousand. So...
yeah.
Conversion.
Yeah, I forget how percentages work like that. You
know? And then Bitcoin's up 162% in the past year, which is crazy. So this past week, Bitcoin, ETH, all crypto has had a major pump. Bitcoin peaked at 64,000 and is currently sitting around 62,000. ETH peaked at 35 and is currently sitting at 34-ish, which is unreal. We hit on it in a past episode. I have $100 in ETH. That is now $170, which is crazy. Wish I had more. I was talking to Isaac, who edits our podcast and does content for Jyles FBA. And we were talking about kind of balancing our money, especially once we get more money, kind of balancing and not putting all our money into crypto or all our money into the stock market or all our money into sports cards. Kind of having a balance of sports cards, real estate, gold, crypto, stock market. Just kind of having a balance of everything.
Diversifying your portfolio.
Yeah, diversify. Exactly right. So we don't put all our eggs into one basket and say right now I'm like, oh, I'm getting FOMO. I want to buy a Bitcoin for 62K. I put 62K in there. Then next week it drops down to 35K and I'm out 30K just like that. I feel like a lot of the people are hopping on the train and all the Bitcoin people are saying, oh, it's not too late. It's not too late. But I personally feel like it's too late right now for this bull run.
Yeah.
I can definitely see Bitcoin drop. Granted, I don't know much about crypto, but I can see Bitcoin dropping back down to $55,000 and kind of settling there for a few months, a year, and then running back up to, let's say, 75, 80K, and kind of just like repeating that cycle over and over again for
Right.
years to come.
Increasing like a probably 25% year to year, somewhere around there.
Right,
To
which
60 back down, up to 75 back down, 85, 90. Again,
those
yeah.
returns, if you're getting 25% in a year, like, yeah, sign me up for it, you know what I mean? But like, there's just so much risk involved with it. It's unreal. It's volatile as anything. Like if you're putting your money in gold or silver, like that's not going to be volatile. That's going to stay the same price, going to increase in price. I don't know exactly increase in price just a tad every single year, but like you're never going to lose that money, in my mind.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I know we touched on it last episode too, but I called that family member that bought a Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah.
Last year for 31.
30, yeah, I said 31, 32.
Yeah, I called and he was like, yeah, I'm pretty happy. I was like, I bet I know why. Yeah, 29 grand, 30 grand even in a year, and I mean, again, I'm not a CPA. I forget how those capital gains work, but aren't capital gains less on
long term rather than short term?
Over a year? Yeah.
Yeah, so over a year, I believe it's around 10%. Short term is under a year, around 30%. So,
right.
Yeah, it'll definitely cash out tax wise. It'll save 20% on tax, from my knowledge. Like you said, we're not CPAs, but that's just
right.
We know. So that's definitely big that he didn't. Did he end up selling, or is he just holding?
No,
I'm assuming
he said I'm not planning on selling it.
Yeah, he's up so much. Why sell, right? Worst case is it drops back down to 32, and if you're that scared, you can get out at your buy price. But what we've seen at the last bull run, which was in, I don't know, COVID 2020, 2021, was these people dumped all this money into crypto, and it was pumping. They made so much money. And I think I hit on Caleb Hammer before, which does the financial audits on YouTube, and he had someone on that was a crypto expert, blah, 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 right? This guy had, I want to say he climbed his way up through NFTs and crypto up to like 300K, I think he said. And at the max, he was at 1.5 million. And it went clear down to 30K. So he
had to pay taxes.
No, he never. Well, I don't know how exactly it worked, because this guy obviously was on the show for a reason. They never really got into the tax standpoint. I don't think he's paid his taxes for the past like 4 or 5 years. So I don't know. But by the end of the show, he's like, yeah, if there's any investors out there want to give me 500K and have me turn into 1 million for him in 6 months, let me know. And he was being dead serious. And Caleb's like, if anyone does that after you lost all that money, they're stupid. Which Caleb isn't a fan of crypto. He's a traditional like Roth 401k type of guy, which makes sense.
Right.
I mean, that's obviously the safest route. And for the people he's talking to, they aren't people that should be taking those risks just because they don't know how to manage just their money on a basis. Right. Yeah. People that, which is fine. Like that's, but yeah, I don't know. It was just crazy. I want to know if that guy got some sort of like investment and hit on this bull run right here, and he's like living life on the high. Yeah. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, tons of people hate on Dave Ramsey, but like, he's right for the general population that needs to get out of debt. I mean,
right.
You know, for us, you know, like the money Twitter side, everyone is majority, you know, other than like say me, I leverage credit cards, but technically we're all out of debt. You know, we're looking for technically riskier investments, bigger returns, stuff like that. But I do agree that his mindset is, I guess, applicable to the everyday person in the U.S. But
1,000%.
Again, that was just kind of what I was comparing him to, I guess, from who
No,
you're
yeah,
talking
no,
about.
it's definitely like he's like a modern day Dave Ramsey. That is, yeah, it's a modern day Dave Ramsey. I
Yeah,
guess that's in a podcast form rather than a talk show. I guess. He doesn't take calls; it's all face to face interviews, and he roasts the guests as they're on the show. So that's interesting. For example, he'll have like these guys on here that's buying like OnlyFans month to month, and they're in debt
right.
$50,000. Not from a home, from cars, student loans, all this stuff. They have stuff in collections, like all this stuff, and they're paying $50, $100, $200 a month on OnlyFans. And he's sitting there screaming at them, dude, it's free. It's free. Have you ever heard of Pornhub? It's free. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like dying laughing. I'm like, dude, this guy's awesome. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Caleb Hammer, check him out. Entertainment's awesome. And then if you're in debt or not very good with your money, maybe he can help you out just by listening as well. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, there's Bitcoin, there's ETH. Next time we do this podcast, if it's up more or down more, we'll talk about it again. I hope it obviously continues to go up, and I hope people make a ton of money on it because the economy needs it. So we'll see. Trump sneakers. Let's hit on the Trump sneakers. You've obviously seen the Trump sneakers, dude. If you haven't heard of the Trump sneakers, they're these gold. Obviously, Donald Trump, the ex-president, maybe the president for 2024 to 2020.
Maybe the 47.
I don't know. I don't know, honestly. But he came out with these sneakers. They're gold. They have like an American flag on them. They're kind of like Air Force One highs, I believe they're called. But yeah, came out with them. $400 retail for these gold, ugly, terrible looking shoes. Only 1,000 pairs.
I think they look great, personally.
No, you don't. You would never wear them.
I do. Okay.
You would never.
I hate most shoes. Like, I hate the looks. But like, these are flashy but simple at the same time. I don't know.
You're telling me you would wear those, Michael?
Oh no, I wouldn't wear them, but they look sick. I don't. That's just not my style, but they do look sick. I wear like black and white shoes. I can definitely see why they're doing 5K.
Yeah. So
at what?
These came
500 retail?
$400 retail. $400. And they started reselling, and at first it's like, oh, 1,200 resell, 1,500 resell, and then it got to a point where they're selling for over $5,000. $5,000 a pair. And Shane Gillis did a skit on them as well, which probably gave it a good boost. Do you know who Shane is?
I do not.
He's a comedian. I'm gonna have to send you the skit after this so you can watch it. If you didn't see the skit, search up Shane Gillis Trump sneaker skit. It's a few minutes long. You'll probably laugh. I just recently started watching some of his skits, and he's hilarious. So check out Shane. But yeah, $400 to $5,000, which is unreal. And we did not cover these in Jyles FBA. So L on our parts, Michael.
Yeah, I know.
But like no one knew about them, which was weird. I guess if you're a Trump loyal mega fan, maybe you would have known. But I did not hear about these until the aftermarket, which is interesting, obviously, because I'm in the reselling space. But for $400 retail, you look at those shoes, you're like, yeah, those are never going to sell. Apparently, a lot of the people thought it was going to be 1,000 pairs per size, which would be interesting on the reselling market. I'm assuming they'd still resell, but not for 5K.
That's what the listings show. I mean, a lot of listings say LU 1000. So, I don't know if that's accurate, but that could be the case.
Yeah, I
don't know. We didn't get confirmed orders. So how do we know?
Right, yeah. Which is unreal. And they sold out within minutes from what I heard. So, yeah. If you don't know what these look like, pull them up, look at them, and be shocked. I know Isaac Jarnigan, once again, who edits our videos, was talking to him. He didn't even hear about them. I'm like, what? Do you live under a rock? Like, come on. But yeah, next up, we spoke about the Apple Vision Pros a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. We bought them, resold them, got credit card points, got a few $100s profit. Anyways, Apple gave their employees a thank you card. That's like an Apple Vision Pro thank you card for those who worked in the retail shops when they came out. and the employees are posting them on eBay and selling them for $100 a pop, close to 100. There's a few sales at $80, $90. But it's legit like a piece of plastic that is a collectible now, I guess. So that's interesting.
Wait, what'd you say it was
Apple
called?
Vision Pros. The what?
What was it called?
Oh, it's just like an Apple Vision employee like thank you card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I look at like
it's
there's
just
so
a
many
piece of paper.
accessories that are the light seal only is $150. Developer strap $550. I don't know. It sounds like we should have just torn these things apart and sold them for parts.
Oh, are the parts going crazy? Really?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to add it up, obviously, but like, yeah, the strap USB-C port, $550. I have no clue. I don't know what all comes, like, what they'd be split into. The cushion, $30, $40. Like, who is selling this stuff?
No.
eBay's wild.
Speaking on Apple as well, they're supposed to apparently come out with an Apple Car, which I did not know about. But it's
now delayed
for. I think it's discontinued. They aren't gonna do it anymore. I didn't even know about it until I saw the announcement that it was like discontinued, not gonna happen anymore. But apparently they've been working on that for 10 years. And I think that's what Elon was kind of talking about. I saw a video of him a few months ago, and basically said, we're the only company, talking about Tesla, that actually makes their concepts, their models, their models into real working vehicles. I think that could have been a diss on Apple. It could have been a diss on, I think Ford came out with like these future-looking trucks, kind of like the Cybertruck, and they never pushed it to the market. And Elon's saying, yeah, we're the only company that actually pushes these things.
That gets it done, yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy. And speaking of the Cybertruck, we hit it on it last podcast.
Oh yeah,
there's one up for $200K or $300K. Now there's three up, and one sold for $244,000. So whoever sold this, which I'm assuming it's a car lot, I don't know, bought it for $100 and sold it for $244,000. So made $144,000 off a Cybertruck, which is unbelievable. And you can see these Cybertrucks. A lot of famous celebrities. I saw Justin Bieber got his Cybertruck. I feel like it's going to be super hot in celebrities, just for the simple fact it's a tank. If someone hits you, if someone blows a red and T-bones you, like, dude, you're going to be fine. The car's not going to flip. It's a tank. You're going to be fine.
I saw a picture of a Cybertruck rear ended. It had like,
oh yeah, I saw that
scratch,
too.
And that the car was totaled behind it.
Yeah, it was a Ram, I think, or something. A Ram.
Yeah, it was like a
truck,
big vehicle.
It was a big truck. It was a truck. And that rear-ended the Cybertruck, and the Cybertruck had like a dent and a scratch, and they said, yeah, the Cybertruck just needs like a back like bumper replaced, and the Ram, I believe it was a Ram, was totaled. So it's like
a Tesla Cybertruck crash with Dodge Ram sparks safety concerns. If you're in the Tesla, it's like hitting a brick wall. If you're in the Ram, the wall gives in and absorbs the impact.
I can see any and all celebrity that is scared to drive, or not even scared to drive, just like, I don't know, feel like they have a target on their back, I guess, will get the Cybertruck and feel incredibly safe inside of it just because of all its tank-like features. Minus top.
Literally. I mean, I know I see it all over Twitter when these posts blow up about somebody getting in a crash and thanking themselves for buying, a big SUV, a truck, something safe for families. And now the Cybertruck checks all those boxes, and it's a hot, flashy name brand, Tesla Cybertruck, so cool. So, great marketing from Elon. He's a genius, but...
And at the same point, like, I see those small smart cars on the street, like the ones that are two-seaters or even like one-seaters, and I'm like, dude, if this car's in a wreck, like, you're dead. Yeah. Like, who's buying those?
Like, I know when we went to Italy I was young, a long time ago, but literally almost every car, like they're you know how we have like Lime, the scooters that you
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
drive around and shit. They had those with smart cars, so you like rented a smart car and drove it
Wow.
for
Huh.
however long. And I was like, at the time I didn't think anything of it, but that's a very vivid memory for me. And I'm thinking like, who lets people do this? Like the safety concerns have to outweigh the profit, right? But I don't know.
You would think, like, I see like, every time I see one of those cars, I'm like, dude. And not being stereotypical here, but kind of being stereotypical, usually it's a bigger person in these cars. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, how do you fit in that? First,
Can't be comfortable.
no, you can't be comfortable. Which I understand if it's like, oh, this car is only $3,000 and like I'm broke, like it doesn't fit within my budget. But there's like Toyota Camrys, Toyota Corollas out there that you can get for $3,000 that will actually give you room and some safety behind it.
You can buy like a super bike for 8K if you're not worried about your health, or, your well-being. Like buy a super bike and just go fast. Same price, more features, cooler vehicle, same safety. I don't know. But enough on that.
Yeah. Anyways,
We're too worried about other people's health.
McDonald's apparently came out with these anime like sauces. I don't know if you've seen those.
Oh yeah,
I've only
big profits there.
yeah. People are getting
Oh,
anime sauces, which I haven't seen in person yet, and I probably won't. I'm not going to be like, hey, can you get me a few of those anime sauces? Unless they're selling for like $2 a pack, and then I'm hitting up my local McDonald's, right? But anyways, people are reselling these packets on Facebook Marketplace for $1 a piece. So if you're looking for a side
for
to your local McDonald's, but it almost looked like it was like an employee selling them because it was just like a big box of sauces.
Mm-hmm.
So there might be a young hustler at old Mickey D's looking for a little pay raise.
Jeez.
But yeah, I don't know, dude. And we talked about eBay and Facebook. So I saw a Twitter post the other day. It was this guy who bought a Stanley. It was one of the new Stanleys. It was the chocolate Stanleys, maybe?
Chocolate gold.
Yeah, the chocolate golds. And they bought it off eBay. And they sent him a box. And inside the box was a picture of the Stanley.
Back to the PS5 days, are we?
Yeah. And
we're buying a piece of paper, read description.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what the description was, if he added in description or not. But like, dude, like, what are you doing? But yeah. I'd be so disappointed. I'd be so mad.
Dude, yeah, speaking of eBay too, I sold a Pink Parade. And, I go to look the buyer information. I was like, okay, they didn't even give me a lowball offer. This isn't like eBay.
All right.
Account was made February 27th. Item sold February 27th. I was like, obviously I'm going to cancel this. I'm just going to get scammed if I ship this. But now I go to cancel, and they're like, oh, your funds, $121. Sale price, $150. It's like, okay, yeah, they're taking $29 of my profit.
Right.
Just to cancel the item. And I still canned it. Because, like, I'd rather lose $20 than $150. But
I was going to say, if you ship it, you can try to cover your back by videoing everything. Meaning, as you package it, as you put the tape, as you put the label on, as you drop it off. But at the same time, like,
just not worth it
with the buyer 98% of the time.
Yeah. Actually, my one eBay case I've ever had, I won. Because it was when we were selling Magic OTG cards. And this guy sent me back 2 boxes that were open and said they were open, when they shipped. They arrived open. And I could see where he, so you know how, those little, it's like glue, basically, that come on, gift cards and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Little sticky. Yeah,
Yeah,
he like closed the packs back up. Yeah, he closed the packs back up and like stuck those in there and tried to make it look like it was still sealed. I was like, what are you doing? And I won that case and got my money back. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Freshman year of college, I was a little broke boy, right? I was buying retail products, retail cards specifically. It was probably like an NBA Mega, I want to say. Bought it for probably $45, $50. Sold it on eBay for $80. I made probably like $20 after fees, right? This guy hits me up after I sell it to him. He sends me like 8 pictures, dude. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? He's like, dude, I need a refund right now. You opened up this box and resealed all the packs and resealed the box, blah blah blah. He was taking pictures of like the card seals about how I reseal them and used like a machine to reseal them and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy got me a 1-star negative review, which is terrible for eBay. If you didn't know, if you get one bad review, your account's like toast, low key. So he gave me a 1-star review. I had like over 100 reviews, which was solid for as much as I sold on, or I didn't sell too much on eBay. So I had 100 reviews, which was solid. And anyways, this guy's like, I need a refund right now. You resealed these packages, blah, blah, blah. And I was so petty. I was so mad. I'm like, I'm texting him back. I'm like, I'm not giving you a refund, blah, blah, blah. And he's trying to convince me. He's like, okay, just give me a $20 refund. Just give me a $15 refund. Just give me a $10 refund. I'm like, dude, I'm not giving you a refund. Anyways, I escalate it with eBay. I'm like, dude, this guy gave me a 1-star review. He wants a refund, blah, blah, blah. They side with the buyer. So the review stays up, and I had to give him a full refund to keep my account. Oh my God. I did not sell on eBay for probably 8 to 10 months after that. It was terrible. I'm like, this dude legit opened these packs, didn't get anything good. Obviously, if you're opening card boxes, it's a gamble. It's a gamble, just like if you're going to the casino and pulling on dang slots, right? It's a gamble. Like, consider your money gone. Well, red, you have a 50% chance of winning it, okay?
Okay, my bad.
Or I guess 49 with green being in there. But yeah, it's a gamble. Like, dude, you're not going to be profitable in every box you open. They obviously wouldn't be selling the boxes if every box was profitable that you open. So, yeah, right. Here's my eBay story that sided with the seller about me resealing these packs. Resealing a $70 card box, and he said I was pulling out all the good cards and replacing them with base cards. Like, yeah, you're right, dude. You caught me.
Yeah, I could see it, yeah.
Like, okay, maybe if the box was like $4,000 or like $2,000, like, yeah, like there are actually people out there that would do that for like big products. But like, it's a $70 box, dude. Yeah, like, come on, get a grip. So yeah, that's that. I forget where you're going with that, but yeah, just wanted to tell that story.
Just how we hate eBay, that's all.
Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship, low-key. So,
I definitely hate it.
Anyways, let's move on to the old. Yeah,
TikTok.
Yeah, let's move on to the old TikTok, the old talk tick. Let's talk about how your first payout. You want to talk about that?
$270 and some change.
Period, Mike. Period, Big Mike.
All off that one video. Granted, it's people doing 60, 70, 80K months with no overhead, but I'm pretty happy with my $270 for one 6-second video. I never ever sell product. I actually sent that product in FBA and made another 3.
Oh, that was actually your video.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was actually your video. I thought you stole that off.
No, I had those because the listing went to shit, and then new listings popped up probably 2 weeks ago when I was like cleaning out my room, sending out shipments. Found those listings, sent them in, sold out within like a day between the 1 ounce and the 3.4 ounce. I'm sure people know what I'm talking about already, but made a little under $700 profit. just from sending them in on better listings.
Dang.
So
I did not know you
one
actually had
product's
this.
maybe a little under $1,000 in a month.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah. I took that video, threw it in CapCut, made AI. I think I picked like a beautician or some shit, just because it was a beauty product,
right.
and then posted it. Now I think a little over
Now you're
70
rich.
views. I wouldn't push it, but I'm happy.
Dude, that's
71.8K views. Yeah. And now, obviously, I had to do a final project to make a TikTok video.
Oh yeah.
Got ChatGPT-4. I threw it in a CapCut. Took me like an hour to make a minute and 19-second video. Minute 39. Granted, very basic captions, all that. No big transitions. Only like 6 or 7, but still, like, I don't know. I feel like I have this shit down already.
Yeah.
We'll see though.
Speaking of that, I started a new TikTok page yesterday that is called Healthy Wealthy Human. That I'm going to post health products on via AI. As we kind of touched on it last time. Basically, you get on ChatGPT, you make these AI images, and you tell a story through these AI images, and at the end, you're promoting some sort of product. So my first video, I promoted creatine, basically told a little story, blah, 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 how creatine's so great. And then I linked the creatine at the end. It only got 700 views, no sales. However, it was my first go at it. Like Michael said, it probably took me around an hour and 30 minutes to get the hang of it, get the first one out. But I'll definitely be better with them after. And this will also open up tons of opportunities for other projects down the road. Like, for instance, I didn't know about the website. What's the AI voice website I use? Let me see. 11 Labs. You can go on 11 Labs and type in whatever you want.
Yeah, text-to-speech
They
is
have
great.
tons. Yeah, they have tons of different voices you can choose from and just download the voice. So if you're doing like a school project or any type of projects and you need AI voices, go to 11 Labs. It's free. And type in whatever you need, and then select whatever AI voice you want, and there you go. Same with like ChatGPT with like the images on those. Like you can describe whatever you want; it'll come out however they interpret what you describe. You can keep like regenerating until you get what you want. You can keep adding stuff. For example, on the Jyles Deals Twitter and TikTok and Telegram, if you don't follow, go follow Jyles Deals. Where we post site-wide deals and stuff like that on a day-to-day. I made a logo and banner on that today, which I don't think you've seen this yet, Michael, but I'll send it to you. And you can kind of get your, we can get your reaction on it. That I made in, I'd say, 10 minutes with AI. So,
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, so if you want to go see what we're talking about, go to Jyles Deals on Twitter. Jyles Deals. Essentially, I just said, yo, give me a shopping cart, fill it up with a bunch of random items, clothes, shoes, purses, that kind of stuff, and it sent me back a shopping cart full of random stuff. And yeah, I had to go in Photoshop and expand it to make it a Twitter banner. But yeah, dude, it came out in my mind what I was imagining, which is unreal.
Yeah, it's
So,
got the shoes, clothes, makeup.
Yeah, I mean, there's a purse there. Maybe, yeah, it's just like a bunch of random stuff, which is what we post day to day on that page. So, shout out ChatGPT, shout out DALL-E, which is the specific software within ChatGPT, and then CapCut. Michael kind of touched on it. Super easy to use. I got the pro version. Michael did too, I believe.
Yep.
You can just add images and add transitions. And then I got the app. What's the app for
something K?
Feed captions is what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the how to track other people.
Oh, no. So, for VEED captions, which, did you use VEED captions for yours, Michael?
No, I just use CapCut.
Get this app. Get this app. It's a free trial. Listen to this. Get this app. It's a free trial, and you load in the video from CapCut. So once you have your photos, your voice over it, you cut it. You cut the clips to what it's supposed to be. You save it. You go into VEED and you put it in there, and it will automatically put captions over your video. And then you can go back and change like the text. You can change the color. You can change specific colors to each word. Dude, it took me like 5 minutes to complete the entire thing. And I was just like changing specific colors. So like if it was like a sad, depressing type of word, I make it red. If it was a happy, joyful word, I make it green. If it was just kind of like a medium like word that I still want people to like specifically look at, I'd make it yellow. And all the other text white. So VEED captions, they have a 7-day free trial. So I started the 7-day free trial and canceled it. But yeah, I think once again it's like $7 a month or something like that. It's $50 for the year. So
That's sweet.
Yeah, check out VEED captions, Michael. And then if you're getting into like TikTok Shop affiliate or any type of school project, any type of projects you're working on that you need captions, say you have a podcast kind of like us and you want to make clips out of it. Super simple way to make clips out of this stuff. So yeah, anything else on the TikTok Shop?
That's all for me. I just got my payout and I'm happy. I'm ready to post some more.
There you go. Perfect. All right. Well, I think that's all we got for today. Appreciate everyone listening. Started off kind of slow, but we picked it up at the end. Yeah. Peace out, guys.